Hi. I'm just on my way over to the mills. I have to drop off laundry, pick up medicine, do some shopping, little odds and ends like that. So, as exciting as that is, I'll just show you some scenery. Now we're in the town of Morehouse. It's May 30th, and spring is finally here. Thank God. I mean, the leaves are truly in their glory now. And that's a good thing. There's the view from the back, such as it is. I want to show you a house built by Andrew Morehouse. He's the founder of the town of Morehouse. And if I remember right, this house that I'm going to show you, he built it in two sections. I think it was in 1832 and 1834, but I'm not positive. It was sometime in the 1830s, and I think it was the early 30s. And it's huge. It has a second-story ballroom, and I had an odd experience there once. Some friends bought it, and it was all in disarray. It needed a lot of work. And I had an appointment to meet them there, and they were going to give me a tour through it, because I was going to write about it for a column I had, a newspaper column I had. And I got there, and they didn't show up. Well, it's an old place, 150 years old at that time. It's closer to 200 years old now. So it wasn't locked. I went in and showed myself around and tried to be very quiet and sensitive to things. I went from the cellar to the attic. And the cellar was a little bit creepy, but cellars usually are, especially the old-fashioned ones, the stone foundation ones. But the strangest thing, I went up in the attic, and it had been a beautiful sunny day, and I didn't see it cloud up or anything. And I was just sitting up there in the attic, just drinking it in, and all of a sudden this downpour started, and the rain just pounded on the roof, because there's no insulation. It's just a wooden roof and shingles, I suppose, between me and the rain. And it poured. Well, it finally let up, so I went downstairs, went out to my car immediately. I'd finished looking around, and the ground was powder dry. There was no sign of rain on the car or anything else. It had not rained, at least not that day. So how I heard such a downpour of rain on the roof in this 150-year-old house, I don't have the faintest idea. But it was interesting. This is a nice old house too. I like that one. I don't know whose it is or anything about it. Let's see. There's Leon's Road, nice old house. Oh, and if we haven't passed it yet, there's a a house. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you could see that. I'll go around and show it to you again. Morehouse is an interesting place. It's the smallest town in the county, and I don't remember if it's the smallest in the state. I guess they're at the time of the sesquicentennial, around 1830 or 1986 or so. I can't remember exactly. Is this it? No. That's an old log cabin that fell down. Is this it? Yes. Now look at this. A house built as a ship. And I've been all through that place too. They used to have a bar on the second story. And I knew the people who owned it at one time. I doubt that they're still the owners, because that was about 30 years ago. On the other hand, I still own my house, which I've owned for, I guess, about 30 years. And it belonged to my great-grandparents, and then my grandparents, and now me. And now we'll see the ship house from the other side. Isn't that cool? I don't know why the dude did it that way. I guess he just liked ships. Anyway, I think we're coming up close to Andrew Morehouse's house. Now, Morehouse, he was a kind of an interesting character. Well, he had to be, you know. He came here and he carved this town out of what before had been the town of Arietta. And he went down to the docks in New York, and when immigrants came, he would show them bushels full of, it seems like it was hazelnuts or something. I don't know. I don't know enough about these plants and crops to get it right, but he did something like showed people bushels full of hazelnuts, which grow here. And apparently they look like buckwheat, but really huge buckwheat. And he told the people that it was buckwheat that grew in Morehouse, because Morehouse was such a fantastic place to grow things. And he enticed people to come up. Oh, there's another old house I like. Unfortunately, that is falling down. Anyway, he tricked people into moving up here and building up the population until it was big enough that they it was able to become its own town. And it's the westernmost town in southern Hamilton County. Let's see. Ron Blanchard was the supervisor here for many years. I don't know who's the supervisor now. I don't think Ron still is. Dang, where is that? Where is Andrew's house? Well, shoot. Can't be too far. Morehouse isn't that big. It's getting cloudy. I'm afraid it's going to rain. Well, I know it's going to rain. It's supposed to. Get thunderstorms as well. I think we're coming up to Andrew Morehouse's house, and there it is. I'm just gonna pull in here briefly, and the attic part on the right, the closer part, that's where I was sitting when the downpour happened. They have nice lilacs. Fellow named, I believe his name is Harold Berry, and his partner Amanda I can't think of Amanda's last name. Anyway, that place is about 180 years old. Pretty impressive, I say. I don't think I've ever been down this road. I'm not going to tarry long because I've got stuff to do and I want to get back before the rain gets too bad. I'm thinking of going to Mass over in the Mills, but I don't really feel very good, and I don't know if that's going to happen. My stomach is not happy. Well, that's enough. I'll see you later.